Hey, I'm Shayna. Welcome to my channel. I know you're new here because I'm new to YouTube. This is my second video. You can check out my first video on Real Housewives of Atlanta if you have time. But right now, we're here to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 6. And I actually took notes. On my first video, I went off of memory, but I just got off work. That's why I look tired. I might get cute for y'all one day, but not today. And I'm not going to be editing, so we just gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna do couple by couple for Married at First Sight because Married at First Sight is long, very long. Like it's too much detail. So we just gonna go couple by couple. We're gonna start with Alexis and Justin. So Alexis and Justin, the lovebirds who are in love, aka lust, who Justin seems really sensitive. Alexis is not. And I named this episode personally a reversal of gender roles because it seems like there's a lot of reversing of the gender roles with all the couples. Either that or the women are just begging to be married. They don't care how the man treats them. They just want to be married. But not Alexis, she don't got to worry about that. Justin has been saying he loves her all episode long. Nothing changed this episode because they're still on the honeymoon, so the lust is thriving. So we start the episode with Alexis telling us that the guys are going tequila tasting and the girls are going for brunch. She said she'd rather go tequila tasting. Depending on the, I don't know, because tequila with no food, my stomach, now that I'm in my 30s, I can't do it. But she said, oh, you know, something about him being drunk. And he said, I'm not going to get drunk. And she said, I want you to get drunk. She's tired of waiting. The celibacy is just not, she's not for it. She's like, come back after you day drink so we can finally get it on. She wants to D. She is tired of waiting. Like, enough is enough. They said they love each other. Like, she's ready. So they move on from that. Justin's at the tequila tasting with the other guys. They're all talking about their tea. They're spilling tea, which is funny. They should have been at the brunch. Anywho, Justin lets everybody know that he and Alexis aren't having sex. They're still celibate. I'm surprised I didn't hear celibate 20 times this episode. Take a shot every time you hear the word celibate. Nate was confused. I mean, Justin said they walk around naked, they cuddle, they do everything that couples do. So Nate's like, well, why aren't y'all sleeping together? I mean, you told her you love her, go all the way. But Nate thinks once he finally gets it, he's just gonna be a little too whipped by the cat. Me, I don't think it's even possible to be any more whipped than he already is. I mean, he's already, you know, head over heels. He thinks. So we shall see how the season will go. I don't think it's gonna last too long. But if you watch the after party like I do, I don't see it. But for right now, I'm starting to like them. Alexis in the beginning, I don't know, I was unsure. But right now, I like them. They're cute together. They're pouring it on too thick. This is the time where you're supposed to think you're in love. The beginning, those first 2 weeks of the relationship are everything. After them first 2 weeks, it's downhill. So we move on. Alexis is with the girls at the brunch. She's telling them she's okay with his sensitivity. She's not sensitive. They balance each other out. She lets him be him, which is great. You know, he also tells the guys he's comfortable being himself around her. And he keeps saying that. So I guess he's never been comfortable with anyone before. He said he's only been comfortable with one other person. I'm assuming it's his ex-fiance. So they get back together. Justin's talking about duties, and Alexis is saying, oh, you know, you'll be cooking dinner, right? And he's like, yeah, I don't mind cooking dinner and walking the dogs. And here we go with the gender role switch. It's kind of funny because he's working at home. She's out. She's making more money than him. She's saying, I make more money. How do you feel? And he's like, oh, I'm fine. As long as it's in the joint account. And I'm like, you know, when I had aspirations of being a housewife, I was feeling the same way. As long as the money's in the account. But she was like, in whose account? Joint account where? We don't know each other. With her being a breadwinner, I can see why. But I'm not opposed to the idea of having a joint account, like he said, for the bills and then your own personal accounts. I think that's okay in a marriage. Most people tend to do that. It just makes things easier. So they move on. We get to the dinner. Alexis actually mentions that she loves Justin at the dinner because Justin is once again talking about his housewife duties. He'll be cooking, he'll be cleaning, he'll be running bath water and doing all that stuff. And so Miguel says, well, what is Alexis going to be doing for you? I was kind of curious too because it didn't seem like was she going to be paying the bills? What is she doing? So she said, I cater to him. I got lingerie in the suitcase. Besides the lingerie that will never get worn, what else are you doing for him? But I digress. So then she just threw out that she loves him. She said she caters to her man, but I didn't hear exactly how or why. I guess that's for her and Justin to figure out. But they later on, afterwards, when they're talking and Justin's getting emotional about Ben and Morgan's situation, she's letting him cry it out because he has to have, a good cry every episode. So afterwards, she's like, your Coco Melon self, you're such a crybaby. And she tells him she loves him repeatedly. And they're just saying, like, oh, our relationship is so perfect. When it starts off high, it usually fizzles fast. So I can't wait to see once they get into the shared apartments. So we move on to Lindy and Miguel. Excuse me. I'm not editing anything, so excuse me. Lindy tells the girls at brunch that they did the do. They did the deed. They did the grown folks. And Miguel also told the guys that they did the do. I was disappointed. Last episode, Lindy was so persistent, and then he was throwing out the jokes about the religion, and he doesn't really seem into her, but he was nagging consistently about it. And I wanted her to kind of be like Kristen and put her foot down and say no. I mean, once you give that up, he didn't even really work for her. Like, my goodness, get off of the free vacation and see if he's going to put the work in, which he did not. So now it's too late. The damage is done. Sasha asked what we were all thinking, if she was basically coerced into doing the do. And Lindsay said, no, I loved it. I enjoyed it. Of course she's not going to say she was. She wants to be married. So I'm surprised, honestly, that she even came clean and said that they did it. And they must have been in agreement because Miguel was loose-lipped as well and ran his mouth to the guys. Everybody says that they're the first ones to do it. Me personally, I think Stasha and Nate were the first ones to do it. That's me. But I don't think they're going to come clean. So as far as we know right now, Miguel and Lindy are the first couple to do the do. She doesn't seem content. They don't seem happy and blissful like Alexis and Justin after doing it. So I want to know if she's really regretting the decision because he's not telling her what she wants to hear. Later on in the day, in the episode, he's telling her, he's in this for the 8 weeks. And she's like, I didn't get married just for 8 weeks. I got married to be married. That's a gamble you take on Married at First Sight. There's a possibility that may be the case. And since he didn't even give you that reassurance or that confirmation that he was aligned with what you were thinking prior to, I don't know why. We're too grown to think that sex will keep somebody. It won't. Neither will baby, neither will marriage. He says it again at the dinner that he's in it for the 8 weeks while he's getting in everybody else's business. Everybody's wondering, what? No, you didn't say that in front of everybody. Sasha's like, do you even want to be married? I think that he's on the show because he just wants to be on the show. He wants to be on TV. You get a free trip. You get some camera time. You get your 15 minutes. He got what he wanted. He already said he was being pleased in other ways prior to, which sounds like Clara and Ryan a few seasons back. Y'all women got to stop pleasing these men in other ways when they ain't pleasing you. So he says it again. She's just going along to get along, but you can tell she's hurt by that. Another thing was, shout out to Misha. She mentioned that she jumped in the bed with dirty feet. I know them not bathing after they're out and about doing activities, doing excursions, especially wedding nights. Them not bathing has been a thing since I've been watching Married at First Sight since season 1. I haven't binge watching it. I've been watching it since it came on season 1, episode 1. I think the producers tell them not to bathe. Like, we need to film. Bathe when we leave. We need to film now. Y'all can bathe later. Get in the dirty sheets. Have the hotel change the sheets. We don't care. So we move on to Sasha and Nate. I told you I had some notes, so I'm just gonna breeze through and rant. So Nate lied allegedly and told the guys about them not having sex. He said that they're not doing it. He wants to wait. He's in it for the right reasons. He's in it to be married, and he sounds like he's full of it. And on the after show, the after party, he kind of hinted around that, you know, they did something, and I believe it. After that steamy scene in the shower that I've never seen before, they definitely did it. He's immature, so I'm sure that's where his mind was going first, was to do that. And she's just so happy to be married. I think they just got caught up in the moment, and yeah. Sasha later on plans a picnic date. Nate and his cornrows are worried about bugs, so she has to step in and take on the masculine role, which is a recurring theme, and stomp on the bugs because Nate is jumping up and down and he's terrified, and you know, he's a pretty princess, he can't do it. Now I know sometimes, especially in today's day and age, sometimes roles get reversed and things of that nature, but baby, I'm with you. I'm not killing no bug. Why are you here if I gotta, and then we're outside, like, sit down and eat? Which, you know, people play it up for the cameras. So they're on a date. They discuss marital counseling. Sasha said that she wants to do it. Nate agrees. I think Sasha needs some personal counseling. She needs to see a therapist one-on-one as well because of her issues with not knowing who her father was, how that affected her childhood, her not wanting to live in a house when her family moved. She decided to stay back with a friend and finish high school. So I wonder how all those things affected her. And I really think she just focused on work. And so I think she needs some individual healing as well. It's good that he will go. I'm glad that he's willing to go. You know, it's still kind of taboo I can only speak for my community with Black men especially. You know, I know we're on the rise, but we're still not quite where we need to be as far as men looking to seek therapy. So, but he didn't seem like he was really into it, but he's just, again, going along to get along and just agreeing with whatever she says. He knows that he doesn't want to fumble this bag. I kind of feel like he's getting sugar mama vibes and he don't want to lose her because he may think she can take care of him when his scheming and scamming allegedly doesn't work. So at the dinner, everyone is telling Nate he hit the jackpot because he's saying she built a home and he's moving in. And I'm like, you keep talking about moving into her house. What is this about? It seems like almost every season, every other season, somebody just needs a place to live. Are y'all applying for Married at First Sight because y'all need somewhere to stay? I mean, what? I don't know if I remember a few seasons back. I don't remember where they were. That girl, was she a flight attendant? I can't remember. But she said she had an apartment, and when they went to see each other's places, she had all her stuff in her car. And it's like, where do you live? Who do you live with? I'm telling you, these people didn't last season. Mark, he talking about he got kicked out because of the insects that was in his apartment. Now he needs somewhere to go. These people just need somewhere to live, okay? They just need somewhere to stay. And so they're just applying for Married at First Sight. It's a long, tedious process, but you get 6 weeks to figure something out. And then if you're lucky, like Nate, you have somebody who's already building their dream home and you just move in with it. But I don't think Sasha is a fool. I think she's going to never put him on the deed and make sure she has everything in writing. So it's not marital property. She's already had it built. The good thing about it is that she's not with a man who's like, hey, I already have my own home. You know, I want to say in my house, like they don't have to worry about that. But him bragging about her having her own house is throwing up a yellow flag for me. Then she was saying after dinner, she's asking him if he's committed. And he was like, you don't think me moving into your house is committed? No, you committed to just needing somewhere to stay. That don't mean you committed to me. Because when he was talking about babies and future plans that a married couple will talk about, he's gulping his drink. Like he's saying with the right person. So no, it just seems like you need somewhere to live. she's telling us in the confessional, she's wondering if she sees the real need. She's wondering if this is really, if he's really who he's portraying to be, or, you know, if this is his representative. If you feel that way, you have women's intuition, you know that this ain't it. Your gut's already telling you. And I have a gut feeling that he's not who he's portraying to be. And he's not really portraying to be anything all that great. He's just portraying to be a man who likes to get on Instagram and needs somewhere to stay. I mean, his friend who he hikes and watch sunsets with is probably like, look, you can't stay here no more. So we have Mitch and Kristen. Poor Kristen. She really got the short end of the stick, but she's gonna stick it. Don't be another Paige. Shout out to Paige. Don't be another Paige just trying to stick it out because, oh, that's my husband, we're married. This is a stranger. Don't do it, please. But Kristen tells the girls Mitch wanted to have sex with her after he told her he wasn't attracted to her. The cameras are down, everybody's gone, he's been drinking that liquor, and now he wants to pounce on you like a cheetah. Girl, if that ain't a red flag. So you had to tell him no. I'm quite surprised that she told him no, because she was just saying, if you don't tell me you love me or we don't have sex by 8 weeks, I'm getting a divorce. And she said that they're moving too slow. So it seemed like she wanted to be I think she just correlates him touching her as him really being attracted to her and wanting her. And we as grown adult women should know that just because a man will have sex with you doesn't mean he wants you, loves you, cares about you, or he's even attracted to you. Probably don't even like you. Men have children with women they can't stand and never could. People, they don't even know each other's names. I mean, on Ready to Love, I'm going to cross-reference shows. If you watch Ready to Love, I will be reviewing that. Devin, who got eliminated last week, had a child with somebody he met in the club. He don't even see the child older mama, so that don't mean he wanted to pounce on you like a cheetah. So what? I think women tend to give themselves too much. It's like the saying, oh, they always come back. Well, it must be good. No, they come back because you're available and you're there and you take them back. Kristen deserves better. Her and her mama. I don't know if mama's married, but they both beautiful and deserve better. So Kristen goes to Alexis for advice. She's saying, basically she looks up to her. I guess Alexis is giving off strong black woman vibes. And, she was saying, hey, like, how do you do it? How are you so vocal? What should I do about Mitch? Like, should I stay? And, she already told the girls earlier that we're going to be Team Mitch, regardless of what he's doing. I'm not, but y'all can be. Especially with him and his flops that he wore on the after show. I'm not. Not now. I can't. Maybe they can turn it around. It's still early. It's only the honeymoons. But, Alexis is like, okay, Team Mitch, you got to take people as they are. Don't try to change them. And I'm like, if I got to be loved like that, I don't want to be loved that way. I won't take no. And then Alexis Kristen is saying she doesn't know how much more she can take, how much more. And Alexis said, only you know the answer to that. And I agree. You don't know when you're fed up with that, but this is who he is. His mama told you. If that ain't something, the sister-in-law seemed like she can't stand him. That's my opinion. So I don't know. Alexis says, I think he's attracted to you. Why? And Chris is like, I know, he definitely is. What? What is he doing behind the scenes that he's not doing on camera? Because where did you get that idea? He told you he's not. See, we get this perception and we want to hear what we want to hear, but the man said, I don't like you. You get me? He told you. He want to have sex with you. Y'all like to do the same like-minded activities. You like to do water surfing and pick up trash. And you don't even want to do that. You just down for the ride. I mean, just because you both like to go canoeing or whatever does not mean that he's attracted to you. He said he wasn't. He said he wanted your mama. Point blank in the period. But, they were saying towards the end that they had a good night the night before, full of cuddles and things of that nature. And it's like, maybe her love language Every single show is bringing up love languages. I know it's an oversaturated, overused thing, but maybe her love language is physical touch, and that's how she translates love. Him touching you and cuddling you because he just is horny doesn't mean anything, but I really hope he turns around because she does deserve better. She's had a rough past with that ex-fiance of hers, and I wouldn't even claim that man. But since she had to pay for the ring, I guess she has to. Okay, and then we have Morgan and Ben. Huh, that's about everybody? Sorry, I'm flipping my notes all in y'all face. Morgan and Ben. So they late to the party, but they got a lot of drama going on. They got a pop in this episode. So they're, again, we're going to start at the tequila tasting with the guys. Ben was saying, oh, he likes Morgan. He heard she's a freak in the sheets. I don't see it. They don't look like they would even frequent the same places. I don't see them being together. I don't know. It's I don't know what it's giving, but it's not giving, if you know what I mean. It's giving me something, but it ain't giving what it's supposed to be giving. So Morgan was saying she's having a hard time sleeping next to him at the brunch. She's saying she is so difficult because basically there's a lot of sexual tension. She's physically attracted to him. He has muscles. He does have a nice body. When she finds out how cheap he is, though, because for me, I don't know, they were playing it up and pouring it on thick because of the cameras. But I mean, because with the couch cushion, come on now. Who is really looking into it's 2022? Ain't nobody searching no couch cushions for no quarters. But he probably really is cheap though. I mean, he don't even turn on the air, and they live in California, and I'm not gonna be suffering. So later on, Morgan is telling Ben, you know, after work, because she's a nurse, she works in the medical field, she's too tired to basically cater to him. They touch on that later on in the episode in front of the other couples at the dinner, so we'll touch on it again. But she's basically saying, you know, she's too tired, she don't want to be bothered. I don't know why she's on the show. If you just want companionship, just get a pet. If you just want a roommate, just get a roommate. So Ben is already, you know, kind of losing interest. At least that's what I think. So Morgan and Ben are on the beach. They're having a conversation, you know, getting below the surface, because Ben did mention that he wanted to get past surface level conversation. So they're getting deep, and she's telling him she's not close to her family. Something that's beyond her control, and I'm sure she wishes she had a family she was close with. Here he comes, judgy Ben, judging her and telling her, I don't understand that because I'm close to my family, and, you know, I wanted somebody who was close to theirs. Do you think she doesn't want to be close to her family? I don't know what's going on with her and her father, and that's what you need to figure out before you go around saying stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense. I'm close to my family, but am I going to pass up on my potential person, maybe my soulmate, because they're not close with theirs? Okay, well, we can create a new family together. Like, I mean, yes, you do need to look at a person's background, because it does help to shape and form you into who you are as a person and as an adult. But that's not the end all be all. They can change her in either ways. I think it makes her feel like she needs to be independent, you know, and not trust a man because of her relationship with her father, and that's understandable. I love my dad, and, you know, we have a great relationship, but because of my experiences in my own personal dating life and my choices, you know, it makes it hard. Sometimes I may have a wall up. So different experiences shape you in different ways, but just because he's a mama's boy doesn't mean she has to be a daddy's girl. I don't know, I didn't like that. He came across very judgmental. He did touch on that at the end and say that he realized that he was that way. So at least he's acknowledging that, yes, this is a potential issue, and to stop being so judgy. Everybody you're friends with, everybody has great relationships with their family. It's impossible. Come on now. Then she later on, they were going back and forth. They get into a deeper conversation, and she was like, I thought you would like me for who I am. And he's like, I do. We intermittent fast. What? We intermittent fast. We both like to stop eating at 7 o'clock. We eat from 11 to 7. So we're meant to be. What? Oh, Ben. So then she, what the real issue at hand was, I think he's just saying that because he really had an issue with this, which was he thinks she's lied about being a nurse. And so I think he's projecting and putting it on, oh, your family and your this and that. And really, he just don't like her because she a liar and she like to lie, allegedly. She's a liar. She like lying. She just can't help herself. We don't quite know exactly what happened, but I'm assuming that she told the experts she's, already a nurse of a certain status because there's levels to it. LPN, RN, she's going to school to be a nurse practitioner. Maybe she told them that she already is. When in all actuality, I think she told his mom that she needs one more credit to become one. I don't know why she told his mom anything. Of course, his mom would tell him. So now he's like, wait a minute, you need one more credit, so are you a nurse or not? So she does her confessional with some scrubs on, like, oh, y'all gonna know I'm a girl. I mean, the secretary, the people that clean the hospital, everybody, they all wear scrubs. Shout out to all the people who work in that type of, in that field, in that environment. Hats off to you. But just because you're sitting there with scrubs on, you could just be a nursing student and just have scrubs because you're going to school for that. He wants to know, are you a nurse or not? She said she is, so I think she is. She said she got her associate's degree, but she's going to get her bachelor's. That's what she needs her credit for, so she can elevate her career. Good for her for finishing school and trying to, elevate herself and go through life. She's 29. Sasha's 37. She got the girls, honey. She got the girls. It's neck and neck here with the girls. I'm not gonna lie to you. All beautiful ladies, but Sasha's 37, but she's the one giving 29. Anywho, but shout out to her for even getting this done before 30. That's a big accomplishment. And what she needs is some support. But why did you lie? Why don't you just say, yeah, I'm a nurse and I'm going to get my bachelor's so I can be a nurse practitioner. I'm an RN, I'm going to be a nurse practitioner. Well, I don't get what was the big deal. You have one credit. He told Justin about it, and Justin may have told Alexis. So now she's upset because everybody in the cast pretty much is going to know, and now we're having a conversation. Now he has to break the ice and tell you the news on camera, so now the whole world knows that you got a little problem telling tall tales. You tell stories. So she's upset, and she's like, why did you betray my trust? I don't look at you the same. You're not who I thought you were. Who did you think he was exactly? It's what, day 3 for y'all? Because it's day 6 for everybody else. So what is day 3 maybe? Who did you think he was? I'm confused. Who did you, what? Why'd you tell him a secret? Why didn't you tell him that it's a secret? Don't tell nobody. Why is it a secret? Why? Play Jadakiss. Why? Just why? I think she would have told the truth. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. So she goes on. When the girls get together later on, she's complaining to them, and she's saying, he was judging her. He judged her student loan debt, and I'm like, 2 couples being judged about student loan debt? Both women are being judged about student loan debt? Nurse, doctor. Of course you have student loan. Okay, what is the big deal? If I'm not asking you to pay it, and first of all, student loan debt. I didn't file bankruptcy. No, nothing against people who file bankruptcy. But it's not like I had credit card debt, things of that nature. Shout out to Nate. And student loan debt, I went to school. Student loan is probably deferred right now. when she gets that bump in her career, she'll probably have to make the money back to pay it. Why are you worrying about something that she don't need to worry about? How are you judging her for? And I'm sure he probably got a credit card bill or some kind of debt out there, car note. Let's not do this. Let's not judge people until their finances start affecting. She says man coming and he's saying, I got child support, and when I marry you gonna have to pay it. Now that's an issue. Well, on Love is Blind on Netflix, season 1, whatchamacallit, I forgot, Barnett, he paid off the girl, he sold his house to pay off his wife's debt, and you crying about some student loan debt, and they was talking through a wall. So I don't want to hear it. Ladies, you don't got to settle for this. The man that for you is out there. Put me on Love is Blind. Forget Married at First Sight. Morgan says again at dinner that she basically just wants a roommate. Don't touch me, don't look at me when I'm coming home, don't talk to me, don't bother me, don't ask me no questions, don't expect no dinner, just stay in your own room and I'll stay in mine. So the whole cast is confused, like, why are you in the show? What? Why are you here? Because what is Ben supposed to be doing? So Ben's like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, what? Especially after she said, I'm a nurse, I've been working all year. He was looking at her like, child, please. If you know like I know, according to his mama, allegedly. So she's out there. Now she's really going to stress, I'm so exhausted from my nursing job just to prove a point. I'm a nurse, okay? I'm a nurse and I'm tired. Don't ask me to do nothing because I'm a nurse. You just a personal trainer. I'm a nurse. So Alexis is like, okay, so what do you... I never really did. I got to go back and watch the episode again. I need to get clarity because, yeah, why do you want Ben? I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I will say I will be tuning in again next week. It's going to be exciting because they'll be in the shared apartments. It's still, new and fresh. I like when they get knee deep into the shared apartments. So by the time they go on that group trip, when they take that road trip, that's when we know what it really is. But for now, it doesn't seem like we're going to have anybody trying to, get out of this before the 8 weeks. Who do I think will last? Who are the people again? I thought at first Lindy and Miguel stood a chance, but now I am not feeling Miguel. I think Sasha and Nate will say yes on decision day. And then I think they might pull a Steve and Noy or couples in the past who after the fact come out and may no longer be together. I don't know. I think Sasha needs a man that's maybe a few years older and more established and can understand where she's at in life. Or, just somebody who wants what she wants. I mean, this man doesn't want kids, and then he's throwing, just kind of ageism, like throwing that she's older in her face. She knows that. That's why she got to this point and got established so she can do these things. If you don't want to do them, get out of her way. And honestly, they say they look like brother and sister. I don't know. I think there's a physical, like sexual attraction, but I think long term, I don't know if Sasha was really what he wanted. But I think they might say yes on decision day. I think Alexis and Justin might actually say yes on decision day and come reunion, not be together. But we shall see. Again, like I said, I don't know. Maybe next time I'll come on and actually look cute for y'all. I'm new here, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, Shayna_NCD. I'm here to do reviews. Check me out. Thanks. Bye-bye.